A funny joke sometimes when it ain't, and then you never know. Sometimes I'm up and other times I'm down. There's no clowning around. I either do or I don't. And my life all happened while I was making another plan, and by the time I woke up, most of it was spent. And I've been dancing to their music and their false gods and their empty promises, and they own me, heart, mind, body, and soul. And I paid my taxes, I paid my dues to the company stowe. And now, in my old age, I'm set adrift, by design, set free, retirement. When I'm up, I'm up, and now I'm rarely down. I'm approaching 6 foot underground. As I once was, soon you all shall be. All right, the company stowe ballot. Well, the current's a wild thing, friend, and I'll tell you that much right now. It's either the high tide pushing, pulling shadows clean off the docks, or the mud flat low where the boat sits listing. Zero room for juggling, no stage act needed. It's a stark white choice, plain as bones on the shore. You dip your paddle deep, or you simply drift away. No more fooling myself about the middle ground. I recall waking up slow, like surfacing a deep, long dive, to find the clock was mostly spent, and my own damn pilgrimage, the quiet life I meant to build, it vanished up in smoke while they were busy, drawing up blueprints for a world I didn't fit in. I danced. God, I danced so long, swinging my feet to their dusty, predictable reel, the one that promised everything but tasted like stale water. We built temples to those promises, shiny, fragile things, false gods of paper wearing suits too tight, selling light they never owned. They bought the deed to my effort, my attention, my quiet mornings. I paid my dues month after month, weary month, to the company stowe, trading real sunlight for their script. They own the maps, they own the rhythm, and then I simply let go, or maybe I finally shook loose. Now I'm set adrift, and they say cut loose from the anchor chain. They meant it as a threat, wilderness a sentence, but I found the design was freedom, a clear stretch of open water. The echoes of their music are fading fast now, replaced by the sound of my own breath and the wind changing direction. And when I'm high now, brother, I'm high above the weather line, a steady peak looking down on the valley fog. And when I'm down, well, that's become a truly rare alignment. The only real down left is the final step, the final sleep, 6 foot under the whispering roots, where the dead is finally settled for good. I paid my fare to the old way, and now I'm riding on a new train home. You see the shadow I used to cast, that worried, hurried man, that soul that finally broke even and walked out the door. As I once was, followed the tune to hear now, so too you might be when the dance finally stops. Just a long, quiet road left, and the sun on your face finally earned. And you know what they say, life is like a box of chocolates. One bite of the fruit of life, and it don't last long. And then I got thinking about that raccoon that I unfortunately ran over on the way home and had to back up and run over a few times to make sure it had met its reaper. Maybe that raccoon should have looked both ways, or maybe I should have. It's all about the scales of liberty, you know. Some days I ride the casting wave, and some days I sink beneath the stone. No painted grin, I wouldn't behave like some cheap jester borrowed clone. I seize the wheel and drift undone. In the stark equation, cold and plain, my life unfurled while others spun. Grand schemes like coins down the drain, blueprints drift for phantom towers. Promises etched on shadow's sand, I slept through the spring, missed the summer flowers, and woke to frost in an empty hand. Their hollow hymns singing and kneeling in the pews, filled my skull. Voice idols fled on the borrowed beneath, and they own the rhythm, beat, and pull. danced me halfway clear to death, paid my script for the company lie, mined their coal till my back near broke, traded dawn for their office sky, choked on loyalty and cheap smoke. Now cut adrift, oh no, my friend, unchained by design this open sea, the current bends and bleeds where I intend, no master clock dictating me. When I rise now, it's mine to soar, ground it rearly, and never drown. 6 foot of earth, I walk that floor, and now your turn. In that hallowed ground, the store is still open and the music still plays. Go feed their furnace if you may, I'll watch the blaze. Nifty 91.50 WRPI Troy, hanging out with the Hairmen in the morning. Yes, we're deep in the bowels of the Darren Communication Center on the incredible campus of Rensselaer. Yes, RPI in the really neat city of Troy, New York, upstate, where there's 12 months of winter.